So, this is round 2 of the Harvesters. We're using bones this time to allow those that play these online games with friends and whatnot to let them know that you can actually have actual dice rolls. With this particular version, we're actually going to be playing Harvesters yet again. This is going to be part 2 of the horror story. I'm going to turn bones off right now so that it's not there. That's why we're seeing so much of the window, and you can actually see the individuals on the bottom. But we're starting now, folks, so please enjoy. Nice thing about this is we can pause and go back and forth. So there might be broken up a little bit because we paused it. Now we begin Harvesters. Alright, guys. You remember where you left off?
We had just looted the woman's hotel room, and we have her van up and running.
Yes, the Spaniards do that because everyone is racist in that town.
Hey, it's the states thing, man. I'm sorry. It's not like they hate you.
And then we're going to, was it the motel owner to interrogate him? I know it was someone.
Yep, I remember right where we left off. So as an overview for those that watched the last video and didn't catch this one, what ended up happening was that it ended up getting cut off, and what happened was they found that they remembered reading the text message from before and realized that the hotel manager was there, so they're going to go speak with him and see what's going to happen with that. The descriptor is... as a recap for those that haven't seen this before, the fluorescent lights overhead buzz audibly, lending a sickly green cast to the beige walls and ceilings of the front desk area. The brick red vinyl upholstery on the two uncomfortable looking love seats is small. In the small waiting space is cracked and peeling and faded. Landscape paintings adorn the walls. The magazines on the side tables are years out of date and contribute to the musty smell of the place. The front desk is just a window-sized opening into a cramped office. I will start with Billy or Victor.
I assume we're all going in.
Yep.
So we go into the thing, remembering that she said in the text that the hotel manager was in on it.
Yes.
So yes, you all walk into the office. You have the description. You notice nobody is behind the desk.
Does this place look like there was a struggle like there was in the hotel room?
No, this place is completely free of anything, really. It's very undisturbed.
There's no one here.
Well, give me a perception roll, folks. That's for you, Sly. It's going to be composure plus wits. Your target number or DC is going to be 8. So you need 8s and higher, and if you get 10s, you can re-roll.
I thought perception was resolving composure.
What?
I thought it was resolving composure.
Yes,
so
it's resolving composure. No, or I thought it was wits composure.
So I am in the hotel with everyone. I'm just there.
Oh, I'm just letting you know. It's so your scene will pop in.
Okay.
Alejandro, your dice roller works. You got 1 success.
I got 1 success.
So are we doing wits and composure then?
Yeah, do wits and composure. I'm completely lost now. I think I did the wrong. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
What? Okay, 1 success for everybody.
1 success for
No,
everybody.
Jake got 2.
Yeah,
And I
success.
Look at that.
Or Charlie.
Do I need to go ahead and roll?
The drunk.
You're
No,
not
you
there.
won't need to. You're not there
Alright.
yet, Sly.
Alright.
He's just telling you for when later.
Okay. Understood.
Alright, so yes, that's one success for everybody, but Dylan got 2 successes because he's supposed to be so fantastic.
The one, what we do with the one?
Well, either way, you all notice it. One, you hear, well, Dylan hears a TV playing and sees the reflection of it off in the background. And the rest of you see a bell on the desk.
Before anyone can go up and ring it, I just yell at the top of my lungs, "Ah, there's people out here!"
And the
God
TV
damn it, Charlie.
and the TV is Charlie Chicken Caesar or whatever.
That's a Digby Chicken Caesar.
The guy's like, "I'll get to you in a minute. I'm in the middle of something."
Some service around here.
What a service.
Well, that's the thing, right?
I look around to see what happened to the other 3 members of our group, because the rich guy...
I will start spamming the bell. Ding 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 ding.
It breaks.
God damn it!
Ha ha ha! I got it out of you.
Is he still taking a while? 'Cause I can go back there and get him.
The bell does break. You just hear the guy laughing. "In a minute, God, Jesus! Trying to watch Mr. Chicken Teaser Beeper."
I will steal anything just for the thrills and the shit and giggles to fuck this guy up.
All right, you're going to be loud and annoying. Got it. Right, Billy, to answer your question, the other members of our group have decided to go clean out the
They're trying
van.
to clean the van.
They're cleaning the van.
I pity them.
They're cleaning the van.
I have encyclopedic knowledge. Can I recognize the episode?
Have you watched Sir Digby Chicken Caesar before?
I don't know.
Let me see.
You tell me.
I just want to yell out a spoiler so that...
Okay, I actually got
ruins
an
it for
8,
him.
so yes, I will give you the fact that this is the episode where he does "For the Queen!" and then punches the guy.
In this episode, Sir Digby Chicken Caesar, who's a drunk guy who thinks he's a detective, has gone to a hospital in an attempt to escape with a lot of
I yell out.
narcotics.
I yell out, he punches the guy.
It's actually a nurse.
He punches the nurse.
The nurse.
Oh, the Queen!
He
I
yells
spoil
for
it.
he yells for the Queen and punches the nurse. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah.
And then you hear the guy chuckling, and then he goes, "God damn it! What the hell?"
People hate spoilers.
Oh yes, they do.
Yes,
This guy comes into the thing, and you get one of these things out of the window. What? This guy is like tall, intimidating. What do you want?
What did we want?
Yeah, you pounded away at the door. It's got to be important. What's up?
We would
We wanted to question him where the lady went.
yes, we'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Why, you've already spoiled my show. We might as well get your bitch question out of the way. God damn it.
Someone needs a drink. Do you know the woman who was residing in, what was it, room 33?
Ain't got
Was it
nobody
there?
in that room. That room's empty.
How
Yeah,
long has
why
it been
don't I
empty?
believe you?
'Cause it is. It's empty now.
How long has it been empty?
I don't know. Sheriff should be along here shortly at some point and do his post-abduction interview. Some whore got kidnapped maybe. I don't care. I don't pay attention. He plays with
You are
something dismissively, playing like little
Are
marble,
you-
playing with little marble figurines on his desk.
Were you
Yeah,
around when she was
he's not
abducted?
very smart, guys.
What was that guy with the stuffed hair?
I said that you weren't very smart.
I wasn't talking to you, Tequila.
Espero que te pudras en el infierno. Translation. I hope you burn in hell.
You make funny noise out of that pretty mouth of yours.
I chuckle because I speak Spanish.
You guys want a room or not?
You handle this, Charlie.
You guys do notice his name badge. It says Adam Sheen.
Mr. Sheen, I would like to know were you around when she was abducted? What did you see or hear?
Why do I care about such a thing? Bitch probably had it coming.
Look, what do I need to give you to get information?
I don't have any information to give. If you guys want to try to spot his lying, you may do that.
I'm the Tyrion Lannister. I got empathy.
I've also got empathy.
I don't got empathy. I just shoot people.
It's what? Empathy and manipulation?
I gotta roll for him first, so hold on, I gotta get to his stats. Boosh. Boosh. There he is. Alright, let's see. Manipulation. Wow. Where's subterfuge? Oh, the fucker doesn't have it. Oh, wait. Whoa, is he pretty? He might be pretty.
Not as pretty as the guy we came with. Mr. Interior Designer.
Oh my god! Ha 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 ha! Alright, sorry. Strike that. Rewind that. Retcon.
What happened?
I found the character's description. I don't normally do this, but it's a quote from this person. I don't normally do this. It's already midnight, and you seem like a nice person, so I'll give you a room for $29 for the night. Deal? To a pretty woman. You've got a great smile. You should smile more often. When confronted about his role among the blah 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 blah, looks just don't hurt me, and I'll tell you everything that you want to know, but you have to promise to let my face go.
My God,
and walk away with no strings attached. Yeah, virtue is pride, vice is lust. So this guy is quite actually pretty. I will screen share his photo with you. Turn off phone so we can see. There you go. That's him.
Adam Chen, Faceman.
Oh, the face man.
So he went from being tall to being pretty.
Yep, and then average height.
Awesome.
Science
I didn't really read through it. It was my own fault. Yeah, because I'm looking here, I'm like, his persuasion's got seduction. Oh, dear God. Alright, so, God damn it. Is this person pretty? Fuck, 3 presents. Yeah, it's a pretty boy. So, yeah, I gotta roll his subterfuge. And he doesn't have subterfuge, so that's a -1 skill. He's... yeah, so I don't have any information to give, so there's no reason for me to have to talk to the rest of you guys.
I will reach
Yeah,
over.
bullshit.
Bullshit.
I will, as
Can we
the
use-
guy said this, I will reach over. I will take him by the neck.
You can't. There's a window in the way.
Can we
I tried.
There's a
Can we use
slit
it?
about this big for like money on right above the counter where you can slide money down. There's a little speaker thing that sits here, and the glass is like
right?
that thick because it's bulletproof and whatnot.
Okay.
So can we use empathy to see through anything or read his
Oh yeah, if
emotions,
you want to
or-
see if he's lying, you can do charisma empathy.
Correct.
Did you already roll that?
No, I haven't rolled it yet.
Roll it
There's
then,
no
boy.
such thing as charisma, New World, Robert.
What?
There's no
You
such
mean
thing as
manipulation
charisma, New
empathy?
World.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Any difficulty on that?
None.
None. All right. Roll in 2 for manipulation, 2 for empathy. That's 4, and roll. 1 success.
Holy shit. Billy's got nothing. He can't see over the counter.
I got 1.
You say he looks good. I can't see him.
I will pick up Victor and I will slightly put him up. So
Get me a box.
basically. Better
Get
for
me a
you,
stick.
buddy?
Yes, Mr. Valiente.
Okay. Now talk to that man's face. I know you can do it.
So what's the one?
And this guy
success limit?
can't. Let's see if he can keep his composure not to snicker at this. No. He keeps it. He just kind of chuckles a little bit. Say, what the hell is up with these guys? So, Dylan, he's lying out his ass.
Very good.
I was very close.
Okay, I lean in. I just. There's a counter in front of the window. Yes.
No, like you never been to a gas station that has nothing but like a counter and a glass?
Yeah, I've seen one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just kind of lean in, like it's like, all right, I know you're bullshitting me, mate. What do I need to give you? I want information. That we know the person who was taken, and we would like to know. Now, my friend Mr. Valiente here, he's well, I can keep him under control for now. But he's a very, I would say, violent man. The oh so talented hunter that he is.
Oh, come on, Charlie. I'm not a violent man. I will just rip his face off.
Yes, I know. Now, Mr. Was it Adam? Please, could we just give you a little information? I can, I'm sure we can spare a little bit of money if it would make a difference, but other than that, we're not going too high here. We want information now, please.
I already told you I don't know nothing. You want a room or not?
There is a way to enter the little place where he is.
Yes, you can make a roll for it.
Who had the guns?
I know he has one.
I have the gun. I have the pistol, the 19-shot thingy. What should I roll?
Give me a perception, so what's composure?
Okay,
God, we need those socializers.
I got nothing. Oh yes, I
Nothing.
got a 10.
You got a 10. Roll it again, guy.
No, it's
You
only
got
a
1. You still got a 1. Let's see, that's enough. Yeah, you noticed the door.
Okay.
It's just down and back or left around. You also notice that there's no surveillance equipment either.
Great.
Very good.
Mr.
Mr. Valiente, would you be so kind?
Yes, of course. I go to the door and I bring out. I poke my head. Should I shut the
The
door?
door's
or
locked.
should I
You notice the door. Once you try the door, it's locked while Dylan's still talking to the guy.
Okay. What do I need to pick that lock?
You need larceny. -2.
God damn it again!
You have your pocket knife that you use to break into the car.
Yes, but I don't have larceny.
Could you kick in the door?
No, I will do something easier. I will shut the lock.
Ooh.
You could have shoot the lock.
Yes.
We're getting violent here, aren't we?
Apparently, wow. Apparently, you guys really don't want a room at all.
Well, we've already paid for rooms at the other place.
Yes.
Yeah, but that place is shit, and he got robbed. And there's this one at least has a truck stop right across the way. And
Well, I need to shut the lock.
That's true.
all right, you're gonna need a dexterity firearms, and it's gonna be minus. Fuck, gotta grab my DM screen and take a look at the size modifier. That's gonna be about the size of a hand.
I have
So-
7 dots in total plus specialization with my pistol. So 8 in total.
So minus 4.
Okay, I will roll with 4 then. And I got 1 success!
Ah. Damn it! Fuck you, door. Really, 2 ones in a row? Fine. Oh, don't forget when you shoot your gun, you also have to add those. Remember, it's dexterity firearms, plus it's your specialization, plus it's 3 extra dice for that pistol. So roll 3 more dice.
Oh,
Because this system only uses 1 roll for damage
I
and
got
everything
2
else.
more 9s.
So that's
And 1.
total of 3 successes.
Yes.
Oh.
Bye bye door.
Mr. Valiant, kill him. No.
Yes.
That would be awful. Yeah.
Yeah, even with 2, he's still managed.
Crazy fucking wizard. I mean,
Stand.
All right. At this time, Sly, you come walking into. You actually come walking into the place we're at. Right as the gun goes off, hits the thing, everybody kind of jumps a little bit because it's a gun fired indoors. You come in. You arrived like a day beforehand, and you had to meet with this lady as well, or you had talked to her on the phone, trying to get some type of specialty item. You're looking for some kind of a ring for a love interest or something, but you have to find a particular style of ring because her father and their family is all like rich and whatnot for this girl, or if you prefer boy, whoever your character enjoys, is very old. They're very rich, and you really like this person, and to ask permission to like date her or go out, the father sends you on this crazy ass
Quest.
find this ridiculous magic ring that our family
He sent you on a quest. It's awesome.
that our family has had and we've lost. Go talk to this girl who's Christina Reese, who is this girl that they're looking for as well, and she was told to meet you here, and you already went to her room and noticed that she's been gone because she also sent you the same text message.
Awesome. What'd the text message say?
I will throw this up to you and you can try to figure it out if you can read it. Nope, you can't read it. So I will screen share again.
Alright.
The text message you got.
Dun dun dun.
Screen share. I hope you don't mind me taking your character control there for a little bit and saying you're going on a
I
quest.
don't care, dude. I'm on a quest. I'm looking for the McGubbins.
Alright. Here is what it says. Click on my picture so it stays up because Raz likes to make noise when you're trying to screen share.
Interesting. Print screen. I print the screen so you can take it down now if you want. I'll read it in paint.
Oh, look at you getting creative. He wants a cookie. Alright, so yeah. And you walk in because you eventually also figured it out that it was Hotel Man was in on it. So you're going to go talk to him, and as soon as you walk in, you arrive to gunshots.
Pam!
He immediately jumps back, and I guess I'll need to make a perception roll to see what's going on, because this would be, I guess, rather of a shock. As soon as you walk through a door, you hear a gunshot. So
Yeah, and it's a
do I
Mexican
need to
too, holding a fucking gun, shooting at this door, and these other guys are all kind of like angry and looking. It looks like they're robbing the place. That's what you see. These fuckers are robbing the place.
We are kind of a menagerie,
Turn around and offer booze.
There's a midget, a drunk guy, and a Mexican roughing up this
Argentinian!
I'm almost drunk.
Argentinian!
he's going to stand there for a second in shock, look at his cell phone, and turn around and walk out the door.
Wow,
dialing.
give me a quick perception, wits composure for me.
Alright, my composure. Alright. Where's composure on here? I see. I got 3 dots in composure.
And then your wits as well.
Wits. I got 3 dots in wits.
So that's a total of 6 dice. Go up to the one in the upper right corner that has a 0. Do you know what a D10 looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
go up to the D10 and click it up to 6 dice.
And then hit roll.
But first you're gonna minus 4 from it.
4?
-4.
Yep.
Rob's like,
And
you're not
the
having
modifier, I'm trying to hit the dash for minus.
No, just
You don't use the modifier. Just click the arrows above the die.
So you had 6 minus 4. Just roll 2 dice.
Okay, so 2. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What caused me to get
Oh no
shit.
successes.
You don't notice
So-
the dwarf, which is actually a friend of yours from like 6 years ago. You just don't notice him because he's too short.
Rob, do I
Awesome.
notice him walk in?
Yeah, you notice him walk in, look at his cell phone, and then walk as he's about to walk back out. Do I have to have you kids roll initiative?
I'm dialing 911, by the way.
Alright, we're gonna roll initiative. Before this starts,
Oh shit!
I'm gonna pause the broadcast to go have a cigarette, and then we're gonna continue this. Alright, we've rolled initiative. Sly's got 13. Billy got 9. Alejandro got what?
14.
And Dylan got what?
7.
And God. Ooh, I got 14.
Does the pretty boy go
What did
first?
Alejandro get?
14.
14.
Ooh, him and God go at the same time.
You're one-on-one with you're toe-to-toe with God, Alejandro. Have
What's
fun.
your wits, Alejandro?
My wits, let me see. I have 3 on wits.
Damn it. So do I. What's your dexterity?
I have 4 on dexterity, Robert.
Ooh, I beat you. 5.
God
Excellent.
damn it!
God goes first.
Alright, so God goes first. And in this case, God is a man. I'm introducing another character to help these fuckers on their way. Since they're down a physical character.
We're down 2 social characters.
No, this guy's somewhat social.
Wait a minute, Sly. What's your primary attributes at? Physical, social, mental.
It's under the resistance, so resolve, stamina, and composure.
Oh, that's right. You can't do
social.
multiple actions in
Oh,
that.
you're social.
Yeah.
We got a social character.
My good's actually under mental, and my social is average.
Oh, okay, so now we've got 3 mental.
Team mental. And guy with the gun.
Mental cases. All right. Anyway, so I got a roll here. So that's 5, 3, 2.
And so you said God is a new character that you just introduced.
God is the new
Yeah, I was
character.
going to introduce another character to help you guys
All right.
out. Like sometimes a GM will introduce an NPC or somebody to help steer them down the right direction when they're going the wrong way.
So we don't pillage and impregnate the whole town.
I wouldn't do that to this town.
Robert, at one point you just gotta give up and let us destroy.
Dear
the
God, I
place.
have 10 dice plus that, and I haven't even taken into account what the bow actually adds.
It's got a bow.
Plus 1 to my dice
Here,
roll.
dinner cooking. I don't know how long I got.
I'll just roll 10 dice. That's enough. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have 4 10s.
Dang.
That's 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Jesus. Okay, wow. I had a lot of chance dice. Okay, so here's what happens. Gun goes off. Pow! Blows the lock off. Alejandro continues the movement over to the guy who's walking in with his cell phone and the guy who's about to turn around and walk out and dial the cops, which is obvious. And the door is still open as the guy is walking out. 2 arrows come flying in. One actually goes into Alejandro's gun, down the thing, and the other one hits your hand in a way that it knocks the cell phone out and doesn't cause you any extra damage. As the arrow that just hits your hand sticks into the sidewall into the horrible porn magazine.
Did the green arrow suddenly show up here? What?
And then the guy behind the counter.
No.
You fuckers are so crazy!
It's got
and he's about to run out through the back door.
Mr.
Lapin!
Valiente?
Valiente,
so-
kick his ass.
Now it's Alejandro's turn.
I will try to unplug my weapon.
Alright, give me a straight strength roll, -2.
-2?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have 0.
So you have a chance
So you-
die.
Chance roll.
one.
One
You
die.
could push it in deeper.
You always get a dice in this game, and that's referred to as a chance die when I reduce your dice pool to 0.
Okay,
So you get
so
1d10. Yep, and if you get a
Don't
10...
get a 1. Oh.
Okay, good, you didn't get a 1. So now in this case, what would have happened is if you would have got a 1, that's what this game calls a critical failure. So that is like the worst thing ever. Otherwise, if you got a 10, you get to roll it again, and if you get an 8, that's 2 successes. So you have the potential to go all over hell.
If you go to acceptable
I got-
success on a chance roll, it's
I
called
got
God.
5.
5?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you don't get nothing. So you're unable to pull the arrow out. It's jammed in there pretty good.
Damn it! Carajo! Ah!
Now it's the next person. Now it's the next person highest initiative.
I believe that's me. So Joseph is going to let out a shout as the phone is either clatters to the ground or does it break? I'm going to assume it breaks. It just got
Nope.
shot by an
Hold on.
arrow.
No, those things are. I don't know. These old phones, those flip phones, are like indestructible. You can hit.
Does
those things
not
with a
break.
hammer.
Just falls out of your hand, and your hand,
Yeah,
has
and
a
it,
like a light paper cut, if you will.
Oh, those things.
and he
burn.
looks
I
around
break out the lemon.
frantically, seeing where the arrow is shot from.
You see a man standing outside, crossing the highway, carrying gets off a motorcycle
Wait a minute.
and
You
starts
said
walking. What?
This is awesome. I was just gonna say, you said you're God and introducing a new character. Gods, arrows. Did you bring Apollo into this? What? The god Apollo has descended upon us.
Apollo's not an archer guy.
Oh, Artemis is. That's right. She's.
But this guy walking out in like a mildly good-looking leather bike suit. I mean, it's not like gaudy. It's not like horrible leather. It's shows money. And it actually kind of almost looks like a uniform. And I'm gonna pause this again. Game. So that figure starts walking up towards you guys, and he's got a compound bow in his hand, and he's just waiting to see what you guys do. He's coming. He's walking forward, non-threatening.
Non-threatening. You just shot a phone out of my hand.
So it's going to be Dylan's turn now, isn't it? Or no,
It's
still
my
yours.
turn.
No, it's Vic. I'm drunk. I'm not.
All right. Joe Sly never did anything.
Oh.
Joshua.
I was
didn't
going
do
to...
anything.
Yeah.
Yes. do you want to do?
I reckon dive for cover if there's any cover around. If there's not,
Yeah,
probably
you can
book
dive
it.
behind those horrible love seats.
Yeah. The horribly uncomfortable.
So am I still in the building? I didn't make it out.
Yeah, you
No,
were.
you're still in the building.
Okay, it's a hot day, or it's kind of it's a medium style night as far as temperature. There's a big open door, but there's also a screen door. The big open door was open and tucked off to the side and latched in place, and the screen door was there to let cool air in because the days
And
get
arrows.
hot. And the arrows went through the screen.
It is difficult arrows in.
Nice. Well, I guess I want to jump behind, dive behind that love seat, and did the phone ever get dialed off?
No,
No. Okay.
not with 9 successes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't cheat on that roll either. That was ridiculous. I wish I could roll like that when it's important.
Can't believe
But,
you rolled.
So, okay, he dives behind the shitty-ass love seat with red vinyl, things that are peeling and falling apart, and just add an overall musty horribleness to the feel of this place with the light fluorescent beige lighting. Victor, dwarf. I think it's perfect that you're playing a dwarf because I can't see anything above your nose.
I know.
Anyway.
I'm just like it's like right here, and I'm like, hilarious.
I'm going to dive and grab the phone.
You're going to dive and grab the phone. All right, excellent.
I'm close to the ground. It shouldn't be that hard.
All right, I'll pause it again here. All right, Justin, or Aaron, now character. I'll refer to him as Aaron, and the other guy is Justin. Victor, you haven't dived for the gun yet because Aaron, the guy who gets messed with, gets to go first.
Okay.
For you.
I'm going to kind of rush in and go, what the hell is going on? Pretending to know what I'm doing with this gun and a knife. Panic shoot the first person I don't recognize.
Uh-oh. Well,
Oh,
at least
no.
he's dived behind something, so he's fine.
Okay,
the next
good.
person you don't recognize is this archer guy who got off this bike and who's walking towards. You did see him shoot 2 arrows, and then you walk up to the door to see what's going on, and the Spaniard's sitting there going, God damn it, and he's fighting with the arrow in his gun. And he...
I'll shoot the person that shot arrows at my friend.
Alright, here's another thing, since you're gonna shoot him, that's fine. I'm gonna let you all know how this works then. I'm gonna go on the defense, so that means my next turn I can't do anything but go on the defense. And what this means my medicine's wearing off.
1 second, I just need to quickly promote a friend of mine.
Okay.
You're...
Back to this game. So now
God.
I'm going on the full defensive. So that means next turn I'm switching to dodge. This game uses this term called dodging. And if I choose to dodge, that takes my defense, doubles it. So my defense goes from 3 to 6. And then I'm burning a willpower to get 2 added to my current defense. So my defense goes from 6 to 7 to 8. So now to shoot me with the gun, you take your dexterity, your firearms, the 2 lethal or 1 lethal, whatever that pistol was. 2 lethal.
Yeah,
You
he had
take
2
those 2
lethal.
dice, you add that into the pool as well, and then you minus 7 dice
I have 1 dice left.
or 8 dice.
I have no dice left.
So now what you have what we call a chance die. So that means
Oh,
you get to
no.
roll 1d10,
I
and you have to
burned a
either...
willpower point for 3 extra dice.
Sure.
So that puts
There
me
you
on
go.
4 dice.
All right. Well, no, you only would have 3 dice then.
Well, he had 8, I got minus down to 0, so 3. Yeah, you're right.
So you would have 3 dice. Because if you didn't, you still get what this system calls a chance die. So that means you get to roll 1d10. You have to get a 10. If you don't get a 10,
Something
nothing
horrible
happens.
happens.
But if you get a 1, then yeah, that's a critical failure, the worst thing ever. But if you get 5 successes on a chance die, which means 10 again, 10 again, 10 again, 10 again, 10 again, you're God, basically. So
I rolled
that is how
7,
the
1,
chance...
and a 10.
All right, so that's how chance dice rolls. Okay, now you have 110, so roll that 10 again.
I got a 7.
All right, so you got 1 success.
3.
So no 1.
Why?
Because this system, when you burn a willpower, it gives you dice. It doesn't give you 3 automatic successes.
No, but I rolled 7.
Yeah, DC's 8.
Oh, DC. Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Sorry, DC in this game is always 8.
I did not know that. I thought it was 6.
Oh no, it's always 8 in this one.
Because we are humans, everything is more difficult for us.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if you were vampires, even if you were gods,
still,
it's still DC 8.
By the way, I got my 10.
Alright, you got 1 success. So what this means is you've actually successfully, when a person who has gone on the full defensive with 8 in his defense, this guy's ducking and weaving and doing all sorts of things, all sorts of really crazy, awesome things because he sees you holding the gun, and he's trying to get out of the way, and you actually clip him and do 1 point of lethal damage to him.
Awesome.
So that's how this system does a little bit of combat. You weren't supposed to shoot.
Well, that actually speeds it up quite a lot.
That does. You roll 1 dice, and that's it. All right, gentlemen. Next, then, I guess, is going to be who?
Well, it was Victor, wasn't it? He was diving for the phone.
Yeah, 1 second. I got. All right. So we did 1 point of lethal damage to you. Such a bitch.
If you're wanting to record this, it's not recording, by the way.
No, it is.
It says off air on my scene.
He's got his own recording.
I'm using a program called Snagit.
Ah, cool.
And I'm actually recording from the upper corner of Bones all the way down to the lower corner of just our little screen. And I can catch our dice rolls, who we are, and whatever else, and I can start and stop it as much as I want.
Okay, cool.
So I figured I figured I was going to do that for you, so that if you came and went, you could come and go, and we could just keep pausing the experiment.
Yeah. Sorry, it took me quite a long time.
Oh, not a problem. I won't blame you directly.
Quick question, Robert. Is Snagit free? Because I might want to.
Yep, there's a 30-day free trial, and then I am definitely so convinced that I'm probably going to buy it.
Okay.
Well,
but there's a 30-day free trial.
That's worth
it. All right.
Like, you can capture, like, just straight up pictures. You can capture actual full-on video, because right now it's recording my audio and my microphone. So if I turn the microphone off, you guys would still hear me, but the Snagit wouldn't see it. So it's a beautiful program. It's awesome. Anyway. Beautiful. Whose turn?
Mine.
All right, you dive for the gun. Or the cell phone. Now, as you do that, though, you also notice you hear another gunshot go off outside, and the guy behind the counter continues to freak out like a little girl. And he's trying to get the back door unlocked, and he can't get the lock, and he's fumbling.
If I hear another gunshot, I'm going for cover. I don't need much.
Alright, so you got the phone. What are you going to do, sir?
I'm looking for covers. The only thing that Ratty...
It's probably that couch.
The couch.
The love seat.
Yeah, the Ratty couch love seat thing, yeah.
Screw it, I'm going behind the couch.
So the dwarf dives for the cell phone and then scrabbles on all fours behind a shitty love seat.
This ain't no place for a hero.
Alright then. That's everybody then, isn't it?
No, Charlie, now the drunk can go.
Now the drunk can go, and then the guy behind the counter goes.
Alright, first thing I'm going to do, in all this confusion, very stressful situation. How do I relieve stress? I take a drink from the flask.
It's empty.
How will I get drunk and apply negatives to my modifiers if I can't be drunk?
Remember,
Damn
I have
you, Robert.
Your roleplay abilities for this, buddy.
Okay, so after I realize my flask is now empty. Okay, so wait, where's the archer?
The archer is outside, just outside, coming across the front lawn of the establishment, and Aaron is shooting at him, and he's getting ready to knock another arrow and shoot at Aaron.
Oh God, I'm nearly shot at.
So,
no!
How far away would that be?
How far away would that be?
Yeah, from me.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, let's see. Do I see him knocking an arrow?
Well, right now he's on the defensive, so he's dodging, but then he got hit. Probably winged a little bit.
But I can see him, right? Can I charge him and yell for the queen and punch him in the head?
That is awesome.
I will allow that to happen. I got a 9,
Yes.
so you do have the space to do that. We'll have to initiate a grapple. My defense goes down now. I'm currently sitting at 8. It goes down to a 7. It goes down per assailant.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is if you guys get outnumbered, if you're all outnumbered, you can choose to go on the defensive like he did and have a ridiculous like up to 8. But what will happen is each opponent reduces your defense down by 1.
Okay.
Oh, so that's why in Slasher, some of the slashers aren't affected by the gang up abilities.
Yes. And then if you gang up on somebody, that also determines.
Billy, I like how you had to hold that up for us to know. Like,
all right, so
I bought mine.
Dylan.
Yes, I'm going to charge for the queen.
You need to roll strength plus brawl minus the opponent's defense for the attack to get a grip on the target. So right now his defense is 7, so it's strength plus whatever.
And I'm reduced to 0. Yay!
Spin into willpower.
Okay, burning willpower.
To get 3 dice.
Kill the friendly NPC.
Okay, wait.
Right?
So wait. It was 7? That's minus 7?
Yes.
Oh god. I only have, because I made mine more dex and stamina. I only have 1 strength. I have 3 brawl, so I only had 4. I would have to burn. Can I burn multiple willpower points?
No. I've already reduced your die. What happens in this system is you've already reduced your die pool.
It goes
so
down.
You're choosing. So instead of going with the chance die, you're choosing
I
just burn willpower, which gives you 3 dice, regardless. So you do not subtract these 3 dice.
You can't go
defense.
below 0 dice.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, then I get 3. So here we go. Rolling.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, at least he didn't take the chance die, because right now he would like be flat on his face in the asphalt.
I actually wanted to see this. That would have been hilarious if I.
No, that still happens. Okay, this game still has failures. Like if you don't get a success, you fail. But if you get all 1s, it's still considered a critical failure.
And this is on video. So
okay, Robert. What do I do to my? I have had the worst luck in these things. Let's see. I've been bit by a spider in a cheap motel room, and now I'm.
Maybe you need to change your name to I'm the guy who gets fucked with.
He can't act if he's not drunk.
All right, I got a beautiful scene. All right, catch it. We're going into a cinematic cutscene here. Listen up, boys. Here's how the rest of this is going to unfold. We're not going to continue the rest of this because we're all going to break character and start laughing at him because it's going to be a fitting.
It's hilarious, please.
Here's how the scene starts. A very much unassuming, a dwarf, a Spaniard, and a
drunk
ex-detective, and walk into a hotel, in the hotel lobby. They go in there, they bang on the door. The guy won't respond, won't talk to him, won't give them the information. To intimidate them, Alejandro all of a sudden pulls out a gun, shoots the thing, explodes. The guy freaks out behind the counter. Then another guy walks in right as the gun fires shots, has the oh shit look on his face, is about to turn and run with the cell phone in his hand. 2 arrows come flying in, 1 jams in the gun, 1 knocks the cell phone out, hits the floor. The guy who was about to run away dives behind the shitty ass looking love seats for cover. Then Aaron comes charging in, looking for help to try to help his buddies because he heard gunshots. He's looking around, and he sees this guy who's like diving and dodging and weaving because, you know, he's got a gun on him. And then he goes and he manages to actually clip the guy and graze him. The guy kind of goes back like this. Then the dwarf grabs the cell phone and ducks behind the love seats. But as the dwarf is ducking behind the love seat, Charlie Harris decides he's going to run and attack this fucker for the queen. He's going dead out. He starts to sprint like a mother. He's just flying.
I run into the door.
He gets caught up The dwarf's foot trips him. He goes flying. He clips Aaron. Aaron drops his gun.
Oh god.
Charles continues to falter, stumbling, and then ends up ass first, flopping forward towards the archer and smacking the ground directly before him, and says, "For the queen," as his feet are facing the archer, and there's a torrent of destruction. The door has been ripped out. The screen is there. The guy was freaking out behind the counter, stops freaking out, and sees this, and just loses his shit. Alejandro stops trying to get the arrow out of the gun and sees this horrible display of heroics, and then everybody just starts to laugh and break themselves down when the offenses happen. The scene continues.
You failed so epically, you ended combat for us all.
I know. I have saved everyone.
I spend the next turn laughing at him.
Everybody does. So now we go to the fact that who wants to go and deal with the guy trying to get out the back door who has all of your information?
I will. Oh my god. I will go.
You have the door unlocked now. You can get into the back room.
Oh, I will go.
As soon as you open that door and you run in, that's when the TV says, "For the Queen!" As Dylan ends up on his ass.
Yes.
Spoilers.
I will take my pistol.
I'll be a second, guys.
Okay. By the place where the arrow is stuck in, I will... Come here, you fucker! With the "For the Queen" as background noise.
He's like, I don't want to. This is too weird. What do you guys want from me?
I grab him, and I will throw him back to the room with the dwarf and the drunk.
I look at the guy who I'm sharing the cover of the couch with.
There's two love seats, so you're each behind one.
Alright. Well, do I recognize Victor now?
Now you notice each other, yeah.
Joseph?
Victor?
What the hell are you doing here?
What the hell is going on is a better question.
Oh, God.
I'm okay.
It's cool, everybody. The guy with the phone, I know him. I come out from behind the couch.
Let's help you off the ground, guy. Come on. Let's get up. That was very nice heroics you did, but it seems it failed you this time.
Am I bleeding? Where's the booze? Where's the... Right. Do you have alcohol?
No, but I'm sure we can get some vodka, and I think it will be very good for you. Come on, let's go inside.
Yes, very good.
As he takes off his helmet, you see the three presents behind this guy. Dark hair, blue eyes, dark hair, green eyes, and definitely this costume is very form-fitting. So.
Ooh.
All right, you guys are behind the couch. This guy comes in with Dylan helping him up. Alejandro comes around with the guy scuffed by the thing, dragging him, and brings him to the front of the lobby. The scene continues, gentlemen.
Well, good job, Mr. Valiant. You got him.
Yep. He's there.
You see, this all could have been avoided if you just told us what we wanted to know.
Or?
I don't.
We have.
Let's see if you'll spill.
Okay, so now
composure and. Yeah, the guy behind the counter has striking looks, so he's actually very attractive.
I will whip the attractive out of him.
Oh God! Threaten his
Joseph kind of just stands to the side and watches the scene, and asks Victor, "So what exactly were y'all trying to know?"
Alright, it's a really long story. Mr.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Is his name Aaron?
Yeah, he contracted all of us to do a job for him because he said it would be fun, it would be profitable. So we're to drive here and get some tablet of Lilith, and there's a woman we were supposed to meet to get it, and she's been kidnapped. Our car has broken down. We are stuck here. We have no guns hardly. We have very little money, and we found out the entire town is based on a alliance between a murderer and a corrupt sheriff, who you were trying to call.
And there's no booze.
Yeah, that.
No, I don't think there's not any booze. I just think you're out of booze. The name is Alexander Eldolfsson. Just call me Arsenal, I guess. Best way to get a hold of me. Or Alex, it's up to you.
You're Russian.
Yes, I have some family background, yeah.
That explains why a random stranger shot at me. Okay. Russian.
I was
can accept
only
that.
shooting at you because I didn't want to have us end up happen where the sheriff, they were correct. I already knew that the sheriff was a problem or could be a problem. And I figured you walk in on a situation where you see a person use a gun, the first thing you're going to do is call the cops. That's what your most responses are supposed to be. And I knew the Mr. guy over there, the Argentinian, seems to actually have very much anger towards you, apparently, to want to shoot you. So I wanted to make sure that that didn't happen.
I see.
It seemed it was all very important for these reasons.
Your assumptions are correct.
He's not Spanish, he's Argentinian. Can't you tell by his bone structure?
Yes! Yes!
Someone recognized him for what he truly is. Quick, shoot him.
My name is Alexander. What is your name?
My name is Joseph, he says as he takes in the Alexander's presence and notices the nick. Are you okay?
Well, I will fine, don't worry. 15-20 minutes it'll turn into a bruise, no problem.
Good, good.
You, gentleman who shot me, no hard feelings. The name's Alexander, or Alexander Aldolfsson. Or you can call me Arsenal. It's up to you. I guess he doesn't want to talk to me because he shot me. I guess he's one of those types, huh?
I'm afraid I'm still quite nervous of you. I did shoot you. I'm sorry. I was scared. Things were happening. I apologize. Do you want me to, like, tie a bandage on that or anything?
No, this is fine. Like I said, I'll put the band-aid on it and it'll be good to go. First aid kit.
I'm going to pick the gun up now, and I'm going to holster it.
No, this is fine. I've already have my stuff put away, so if you drew a gun on me, that's escalation of force.
I'm going to put the gun away. I'm going to put my knife away. I'm sorry. I've never shot anybody before, so...
You got lucky. I was moving like a trained professional, and you managed to still to hit me. I was more impressed with your shooting. But now I know I don't have a reason to be. No offense. What are we talking about? Why am I in this chair and why is the dwarf staring at me?
I will try to unplug my gun again.
Okay, give me a perception check quick once you do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause this thing again quick. Okay, Alejandro took a look at one of the... Can I put
my hands down now?
What? Hold on, just wait. I'm gonna see. Alejandro looks at one of the arrows and she pulls it out, and he notices that it's got some very weirdy etchings and whatnot on it, and the tip seems to be very different. It doesn't seem. It's not a field tip. It's not a hunting tip, but it looks very indicative of a field tip. Are you familiar with what a field tip looks like?
Yep.
The field tip is the ones that they use to just shoot at like straw bales and whatnot. So, and then there's some weird etching, but it's very detailed. You can't get any detail out of it, but there's a very beautiful etching on it.
Okay.
Oh, I've already put my stuff away. I don't know why you're yelling at me, and I shot because we're going to kill people, and we need to try to work together, I think, in this shit of a town.
Can I put my hands?
Anybody.
I don't know why you have your hands up in the first place, but go ahead and put them down.
Why do you have a freaking bow and arrow?
Because! Did you not see what I can do with a bow and arrow, and I don't draw any extra attention with no noise?
But why not a crossbow or, like...
A compound bow is easier because you get better benefits. Crossbows take too long to reload, and standard bows only have a certain amount of range. Whereas a crossbow or a compound bow, you can actually change the range or the amount of range by changing the tension of the pulleys and everything else.
I understand that you are an expert.
I guess you could say it's a hobby.
Hell of a hobby.
Freaking plug the guy's gun with this. That's a bit more than a hobby.
I will give the arrow to Victor. You know stuff. You give this.
You can, yes, I know plenty about my arrows, but you can keep that because it's not going to do me any good once I have had it interacted with a different material.
I look at it.
He goes over the wall where the other one's stuck in, and he pulls that one out. He looks at it, looks down the shaft, checks the fletching, and that one actually has a hunting tip on it. So it has that 4-pronged arrow tip.
Well, you're talking broadhead here.
I'm talking a hunting tip. Now I'll show you what a hunting tip.
Yeah, okay.
This is the actual arrow that when he pulls out of the wall. That's what the tip looks like there.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the type.
The one that Alejandro pulled out is closer to like this one.
Really?
Yep, but it's actually a lot smaller.
Because that's not a target arrow.
Nope, but he might want to check the rifling on his gun next time before he fires it, maybe.
Yeah, that was I was going to ask you. My gun is still in firing conditions.
Yes, but it's not going to be as accurate, so I'm just going to give you a -1 penalty.
I will look at
because if you remember that arrow tip that I showed you, it actually went in just fine plugging the hole, but you're forcing it out actually scratched the interior of the rifling.
Yeah. I will look at the guy, I will raise my gun and say, "You screwed my barrel."
Well, if you want, I can fix it.
Yes, fix my barrel, please, and I will give.
Okay, but I think.
I will take
Why are you talking about archery?
Give me 1 second. I will put the clip back. I will take the pistol by the other side, and I will just beat the guy.
Oh, I wanted to punch him for the queen.
Too late.
Quick, pistol weapon for the pistol weapon.
All right,
Wait.
it's gonna be.
I'm pistol whipping that cute one.
Yep. It's gonna be strength plus melee.
Okay.
-1 because you're not proficient with pistol whipping, I'm sure.
No.
So it'll be strength plus melee -1, and his defense is like is.
There isn't melee in here, but I have weaponry.
Oh, weaponry. Yeah, sorry, weaponry. You want weaponry?
I have a specialty in improvised weapons.
Well, then there you go. You don't have to worry about the -1 because you get an extra die anyway.
Don't kill him.
So, 3.
So it's gonna be your
4,
strength.
5, 6 dice.
Difficulty 2. Everything succeeds.
Nope. His defense is 2, which means he would have removed 2 dice, but he only got 1 success. Roll that 10 again. Justin, this system is very quick and dirty and simple.
Okay.
There you go.
My difficulty, or how the only difficulty is the negative modifiers I apply to the dice. I can also add positive modifiers to the dice as well. That's how you increase or lower a DC from Old World. In this one, it's always 8, and you always get a chance to roll, no matter what. No matter if you don't have it or not, you always get a chance.
Cool.
So it makes everybody useful. Yes, so you strike him for 1 bashing damage, and he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll tell you everything you want to know."
Tell us everything you want to know right now.
I just said I was going to do that.
Then I'm going to remove the clip from my gun, and I will give the gun to the Russian guy. Please repair it.
You'll have to give me time. We should. Well, ask his questions and maybe convince him we won't hurt him anymore because these are. I already have a room here from before.
Why the hell were you such a dick?
I don't know. You guys just seem like assholes. Especially the dwarf. He scares me
because of that. I'm not.
Oh yeah, and I should probably screen share quick for Justin so that he knows what this guy looks like.
He's pretty.
For every response I don't like from this guy, I'm going to bitch slap him.
Oh Jesus! All right, so this is what the guy looks like there, Justin. Right there. That's him.
Screw you and your gelled hair, mofo.
Yeah, he has presence of 3 and he also has striking looks of 2. So this guy is very attractive young man.
He said us assholes. I will bitch slap him for that.
All right, so he takes another point of bashing damage. Ow! My face! My face!
Yeah, you will lose that cute grin in your face if you don't start talking the truth, bitch. Bitch.
All right, yeah, okay, Alejandro, go ahead and give me a manipulation intimidation then.
Okay.
Plus
I
2.
need another, because I was threatening him as well, for bonus dice.
All right, so you're given a helping hand with the threading. I'm actually going to give you probably another, not just helping hand bonus, I'm probably going to give you, this will be a walk in the park for you boys now, so you'll get a plus 2, Alejandro.
Yeah.
So you have a plus 2. So it'll be, well, first off, we have to break it down like this. You have manipulation of what?
Manipulation of 2.
Okay, and you have an intimidation of
2.
2. So that's 4 plus 4 more dice.
Oh, so 8.
No, yep. So no negative.
There you go.
All successes.
Oh no. There's a 1, 2, 3. Roll that 10 again. That's 4. Aww. So 4 successes. So I will give you 4 bits of information from him then.
Each beaten out with a slap across the face.
Oh yes. Big pop. Big pop.
All right. What exactly do you want to know? What exactly it is that you want to know?
You guys ask. I bitch slap him.
What the hell is going on in this town?
All right, okay. So the bitch got too close to some very important information.
What's the important information?
All right. There's a guy by the name of Vic and Cole. They are like hired. I don't know. There's some type of fuckers.
Where the hell's the goddamn stone?
Cole and Vic. They're just cheap muscle guys. They're across. Last I know is they were going to still be over at the rest stop across the street. Haven't taken a few minutes to. So this is what he basically tells you in so many words. Vic and Cole are both working at the rest stop across the street tonight after having taken a few minutes to come to the motel and help kidnap the woman who recently checked in. He knows that the sheriff also will most likely be back through the area later to make his customary post-abduction once over the crime scene to remove all evidence of action. He knows that he mentions the name of Garrett McGruder, headed back home after the incident to his trailer, 7 miles, and thus only 7 minutes by car. Okay, so it's 7 miles away along the back roads. He tells you some of the back roads. He also knows that this guy by the name of David D'Angelo has no idea, and that the man is terrified. Okay, David D'Angelo named. He also knows David D'Angelo's name, and drops that name, and that the man terrifies him like no one else he's ever met before. Like, this guy literally pisses himself when he brings up that information for you. And that the man terrifies him like no other, but has no idea where he might be found. He's never worked up the courage to ask David any personal questions, and for his part, David apparently never felt like sharing. So you got 4 successes. Let's see. Generalities of the victims. The generalities. Whatever. Of the victim's conventional. So if you guys interrogate him, do you ask him about the fate of the lady?
Yes.
Okay. Those who are. I just know that those that are abducted are locked up and used to sustain the brutal lust and sadistic fantasies of their kidnappers, and then sold off to interest elsewhere. Adam sets up these conditions a few years back. Though he's no longer directly involved with the exchanges, he knows only that a few different groups of guys transfer the money from product, that none of them are the same ones that remember from the beginning. He doesn't know who the clients are or why they want human beings, nor does he care to know. You also got 4. You guys should ask me some questions here, because I have a few other options.
Okay, well, I've got a quick action to throw in on things.
Okay.
I'm going to make this guy onto the next level of piss himself scared.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to draw my gun and actually be acting like I'm going to take my gun, put it against his head, and go, "What the fuck didn't you tell us, man? What the fuck didn't you tell us? You're hiding something, man. I need to know. I don't want to do this." And kind of shaking, knowing that he knows that I'm scared, and to be honest, a scared person with a gun against your face is a lot scarier than a brave person with a gun against.
All right, go ahead and give me a presence.
I'm going to put this as a presence and subterfuge, if you don't mind.
Nope, I am actually going to call for it as a presence and perform.
Do I have perform? There's perform. I don't see perform.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I was looking at the wrong sheet. I'm going to do it as persuasion.
Persuasion is also good if I can find it on the damn sheet. Yeah, only 1 dot, but screw.
You're not really manipulating. You're just using your overall presence and the fact that you're freaking out to scare this guy.
7, 6, 1, 10.
Roll that 10 again. You got 1 so far.
Great.
So 1 success. You did ask me about Cole, Vic, and the McGutter. They're ex-cons. Adam is aware that the sheriff also made these 3 an offer that can't be refused. And Cole and Vic have always been perfectly comfortable with the work. He's also aware that all 3 men resent the other 3 in the accusation. Oh, the accusation in D'Angelo, Adam, and the sheriff. For what they perceive to be more freedom to simply walk away if things get things get too dangerous.
Joseph nudges Victor.
All right, you guys got 1 more question or intimidation to get off him, because that's 4 things of information. So you got 1 more. Better make it good.
Joseph nudges Victor and gestures for his cell phone to examine it.
Go to.
I hand it back.
stress out a bit and go outside and grab a cigarette to calm his nerves, and I shall go and do this in character and out of character as well.
Joseph
Making me wanna
examines his
smoke.
cell phone and asks, "So, who all has been abducted here? I'm supposed to be meeting somebody."
No, that's the girl we've been talking about. We also
He's
had.
asking you that. He's asking you that in character, Victor.
Yeah. We were supposed to meet with the woman. I say her name.
I
Christina
recognizes it,
Reist.
and he mutters under his breath and proceeds to pull up the text to show it around.
Yeah, we received that as well. That's why we came here. That's why we're doing all this. We're searching for the tablet, and our things have been gone through while we were out in the town.
This woman has many, many ties. I am simply looking for a ring, because I've been pretty much giving a runaround like a red herring, and is a long story in itself. But
Well,
I have ties with this woman as well now.
why don't you help us find her? I mean, her text message says your thing will be free if you help her. She'll probably fork over the ring if we help find her.
The guy also seems to babble under all of his breath. He talks about that these guys are all like, they're all linked together and they're all very kind of strong. They're kind of like a strong chain.
I suppose I could lend my services and see what I can do to help.
You've always been sensible, Joseph. What do you think we should ask?
It is a good question. Give me one moment. Have you examined the woman's car, perchance?
Yes, we've already been through it.
Anything interesting? Perhaps my ring?
No. We found a couple guns, money, a bunch of fast food wrappers and everything. Very nasty thing. But we managed to hotwire it and get it running because our vehicle got trashed when we came here.
Trashed.
Did the... I'm going to assume men that rented the room that abducted this woman, did they rent a room? Did they pay with cash or with a credible account?
Say, while we're here, can we rob the till?
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, if you do that, I'm gonna cause a morality roll on that, dude.
Yeah, don't rob the guy. I mean, hell,
You're
we might...
still human. You are still human. You're not twisted and horrible vampire creatures.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait. We don't have as a, you and me, we don't have as a vice grip.
Huh?
A vice
What's
grip?
your vice?
Oh.
Your vice.
Vice. Wait. 1 second. My vice is pride. Oh wait,
Okay.
don't rob the till then. Pride.
I will try to rob him then, because my vice is greed.
Yeah, well, you should have a specific vice though. What is your type of greed? Greed for the hunt, greed for... Because greed is not just an overall term in this system. What it is it's a...
it's very...
You need to be specific of some sort. Because greed, you can greed after anything, you can lust after anything, you can be prideful of anything.
Okay. My greed is money.
Rob that guy blind.
Yes!
Mr. Valiente, we still might have to
Yes?
stay here.
Oh, in which case, I'm gonna, the guy that we got down on the seat, I'm gonna go and pull out his wallet. Rob,
Okay?
does he have an ID code?
A driver's license? Yes.
Yeah. It's like, look, man. I know who you are. I got your driving license right here. If I want someone to come after you, it will happen. And there ain't gonna be any running away, man. There ain't gonna be any getting out. There ain't gonna be any escape. You know how this...
I'm already gonna forget about you guys and what you did. Just what else is the last thing you want to know from me so I can get back to my show and give you a free room?
Guys?
Can Joseph make a common sense check to see if there's anything we've looked over?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead and just roll your common sense, guy.
So roll wits plus composure, Sly.
Alright. Wits plus composure, that is 6. So 6d10?
Yep.
Alright, no modifier?
No.
No
Alright.
There's a
One
success.
You
I
win.
have 1 success.
You do realize that you have not... Like, you remember the guy in his rambling and his pottying himself, he makes a reference to them all being like a link of chain and whatnot, and you kind of, it clicks into your head this like, well, maybe we should ask who's the weak link, because if we can find the weak link, then we can, maybe get more information, because right now we have names and whatever else, and we got stuff we can mull over.
Joseph gestures over to the man as it finally speaks up. In your opinion, is there anyone else do you feel that we could interrogate to get more information?
Alright, okay. If this is the last thing you're going to ask me, it's fine. Alright, I'm aware that Magruder is having second thoughts about this whole operation.
Where the
The
fuck
man's
is
never
Magruder?
said... The man's never said as much, but Adam's good at interpreting the subtle signs in a person's eyes, in his experience and his body language. The work is beginning to grate on Grader or Garrett, and it shows. And at least to someone who possesses a long familiarity with with identifying and exploiting emotional weakness. So it basically tells you that Magruder is the weakest link, and he doesn't know exactly where he is. But I think I did give you that information. Yes, I did already. So you'll have to make sure you remember it. But yeah, so let's say, all right, that's all you guys want. Just get out of the fucking room and go take a free room. And here's keys, and he throws you all the keys to like the super suites. Because this place is not a rundown piece of shit.
I will look at that guy and I will say, remember, for the queen. And I will slowly back up.
Yes, just leave my face alone.
He walks away very soon.
I just ruined that show for that guy.
Which is...
Alright, I would go ahead. Questions away. Begin.
So where should we go, guys?
Well, is somebody gonna go back and get your stuff out of the other place?
Yeah.
That's what you did. That's what you sent Dylan's character off to go do with Jared's character.
Yeah, because we don't trust either one of them to be competent, so we send them both.
Yeah, so they're off cleaning your stuff out, and they'll be back in 15 to 20 minutes after a shitstorm of crap.
What happened to Gimp, by the way?
I guess they got to get Gimp out of that hotel too.
Yeah, they should.
Oh, that sucks.
Did they forget?
Looks like Gimp finally did die of a cocaine overdose.
Oh.
They went to go wake him up, and they couldn't get him up. So that's why they have a shitstorm of crap to deal with. So they're like, you know what, fuck it. We didn't like the guy. They take his ID, and they leave him there. Because he's a dead body.
Fair enough.
They should at least leave him in a place that was worthy of him. You know, the $10 room. I'm afraid of that room and its picture. Alright, so we have to find this chick, but I don't want to crawl around this place at night.
Perhaps in the morning we should go visit this weakest link that we have discovered and gather more information.
Shall we point guns at him threateningly?
How good are you actually with that thing?
I've been to a firing range a few times.
You told me you'd gone out hunting a few times too.
I
You couldn't find
have
a
gone
hunting
out
store.
hunting, but this is a pistol, and when you go out hunting, you use a rifle.
Or you use a bow and arrow, because those seem to work just fine.
I like this
I
guy.
have seen you, Aaron, shot a pistol. You're good in it.
Yeah, thanks. So, I mean, seriously, like, bow and arrow dude, what's your deal?
The name is Alexander or Arsenal. It's whatever you choose to call me.
Arsenal, like the superhero.
I never thought about it, but yeah, sure.
So, what's the deal?
I am a straightforward man. 28 years old, good looking. I work for a particular facility. I'm here investigating needing to talk to this Christine Reese, which is and you guys are all up in your different hotel rooms and whatever else, sleeping in shifts, and he's got a bottle of vodka and he's pulled his bike into the place to sit down.
Well, yeah, I could do with some vodka.
Oh, here you go. Drink up. It's good shit. It's no spare, no expense. So now here, I worked many different areas. I'm here following up on a particular specialty of magical items, if you will.
Magical items? I don't suppose this magical item has anything to do with the Lilith stone.
That is exactly what I am sent to come find.
Well,
It said that the Lilith stone has alchemic properties that can revolutionize science, I guess.
That's what I...
Not a science man, but I get by.
Well, that's exactly what we're come down all this way for. There's this museum I sponsor, and this type of thing will, like, completely make it take off. It'll become, like, a major thing.
Alchemic properties. I look at the arrow.
Go ahead and give me a... Just give me a wits composure, or a presence check, actually, or not presence, but perception. There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm going to spend a willpower point.
Add 3 extra dice. Difficulty 2.
Oh.
Oh. Never mind. I'll let it go.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Yeah, you notice that on the arrow. Well, you also notice that he's wearing gloves. It seems, or his arrows, his crossbow. Since he hasn't leaned it up against the thing, it's got some very interesting etchings. And then you know those things that archers have that are like they use to shoot them with their fingers. They're like straps.
Oh, yeah.
You see that on the strap and on the bow, well, on the arrow, you actually find a let's see how well you'll be able to see this. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but you see that etched into it.
Damn.
And then on the arrow itself, or on the bow and the pad, you see this inscribed into the arrows and the thing as well.
Using my eidetic memory, I'm going to stare at it for a moment.
It's too complicated. It's too complicated. You have to spend at least 2 to 3 hours. You can try. I'll give you a roll, but it's going to be a few hours that you'll have to sit there, and then he might take it away from you.
Okay, I'm going to give it a shot.
So, all right, give me a straight intelligence roll then. Hope for 5.
Hope for 5.
5 successes.
Oh.
Seriously?
You can still get it. Chance dice.
But I only got, well, yeah. Here goes.
Go for it. You never know. Very
Nah.
much.
You're sitting there and you're trying, but you notice that it changes and it twirls, and there's other shapes inside of another shape inside of another shape, and
Fuck
it's
you,
just
magic.
It's
fucking
defying my
complicated.
photographic memory, which is
like you can get the generalized, like, you know, if you don't want to remember what it looks like, I just do that's what it looked like, and that's all you're gonna get. But yeah, so you see that etched into. You see that etched, like I said, the smaller one is etched into the individual arrowhead, and then that other bigger one is literally etched along the whole shaft.
I hand it back after I get my migraine. Here you go.
I told you could hold on to that. You can try to figure it out, and if you do, I'll give you a case of Smirnoff.
Done.
I get discounts.
Joseph proceeds to dig in his pocket and pull out a cigarette and light it, and proceeds to smoke.
Alex offers you a light.
Thank you, my friend, he says as he accepts it.
So his full name would be Alex Arsenal Aldolfson. I'll type it in the chat so you guys can.
So, do we know where we're going tomorrow?
No idea.
Nope.
We're going after Mr. Garrett because he's apparently the weak link.
Hell yeah.
If you say so.
There you go. That's the guy's name.
All
I'm
right
gonna
then.
pause the recording.
All
quick.
Russians know themselves. He's called Dr. Ivanov or something like that. Maybe you know him.
I don't know of some stupid wizard-sounding guy. I don't. Just because I'm Russian doesn't mean I know all Russians. It's kind of hypocritical. At least I was respectful enough to not call you a Hispanic like the rest of these people.
Say, since
Oh, but we know each other, so.
Arsenal. Since you're like an expert in like this finding like a chemical stuff and like knowing how to go about doing it, how do you feel about living? What do you do for work?
I work for I already work for an organization. I can't actually pick up any other jobs. I'm forbidden from working for any other kind of money.
Really? Because I have like I could offer you a lot of money.
You can probably offer me a lot of money, but the organization that I work for probably has more money than you even could ever dream of.
Well, that's a pretty big organization. What's the organization?
I can't talk about it.
That.
You do, if you want to find out, you might be able to look on the uniform that he's wearing. Give me a perception check, -1, because it's not very clear.
There you go.
Perception is woods and composure, isn't it? So that is a 4.
Did I miss anything when I was...
0052, so 2 successes, and I'll re-roll those 2.
We interrogated the guy a little bit, and
Did
I
he
think
actually
that's-
talk with him?
So
2 successes.
only 2 successes. All right. You get a. Did you ever watch the movie V for Vendetta?
Yes.
All right. So you remember what the fingerman symbol thing looked like?
Vaguely.
Okay. There's also that. Are you also familiar with what a state alchemist's watch looks like?
Yep.
All right. So take the state alchemist's watch and the design of it and what it looks like. Put it on top of the fingerman thing, and then you're gonna have SAD in there, and it's a little badge in the one corner, and that's about what you get out of it.
Cool. and I'll be right back.
I'm pausing it again.
I have
saying
one,
Los
but it's
Angeles.
All right, so we started up
wooden
again
and
here,
it's
and
not here.
Dylan's character is returning, and you guys notice that Mr. Alexander's wound isn't bleeding as much anymore. This system actually also lethal actually turns in within an hour. Like it's either you heal bashing damage in 15 minutes, but lethal in like half an hour to an hour goes to bashing damage.
Which then is...
Because it's just like if we actually cut ourselves pretty bad, we bandage it up, it gets gauze, and it gets clogged up, and now it's no longer bleeding profusely, and it's just a thing.
Yes.
Because shock and everything is
Alejandro,
what you die.
quick question for you, sir.
Yes.
Did you rifle through the cash register and steal the money off that guy?
No, I didn't.
All right. Because if I did, I'd have, because if you guys, I got the GM screen, and at Morality 7, which all of you are, you have to roll when you commit petty theft. Shoplifting, you have to roll 4 dice.
Really?
Then if you don't get any successes, you lose the humanity. And then you actually have to roll, like resolve and composure to not get a derangement.
Yeah, I love that. So wait a minute, Valiente didn't have to roll when he threatened the man with a gun?
No, because that's part of the scene. Like, there's nothing in there about,
And also, I'm a hunter, and part of my dark secret goes with pointing guns to people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, here's the examples. At Immorality 7, you'll have to roll if you commit petty theft, grand theft, international or mass property damage, impassioned crime. Oh,
Passionate.
yeah, impassionate crime, so manslaughter. If you plan a crime, you have to roll. Casual slash callous crime.
Callous.
Callous crime. Thank you. Serial murder. You have to roll. And then at number one, if you get to 1 morality, you do not have to roll any dice unless you do utter perversion or hideous act, mass murder. Then you roll 2 dice.
But at that point, you're no one's friend, and you probably have few.
No, you're not. You're nobody's friend, and you can still operate. And that's the nice thing about this game. It's unlike Vampire or Old World. If you lose all of that, this game, you can go down to 1, but you have to be careful. But you can actually go back up as well. But if you go to 0, then you just become a slaughter. You become the slasher book that Victor has.
Okay. I'll be right back. My ramen is almost done.
Or in Requiem's case, you just become like a permanent blood hungry.
You become feral.
And in the case of a Geist, you actually become what they call a wretch. A wretch, and those are the types of things that you will just go around murdering and killing things because you just have to do these things. And if the Geist by then has left you, and now you become a slasher. You also will like always try to find ways to get a Geist, try to find rituals and ways to rip Geists out of them because you want it back, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. But all right, so
Vampires just awaken, feed, hunt, sleep. That is 0.
Yeah, that's basically it. All right, we're going to start. We'll continue now. Dylan, you show up.
All right. So wait. Sorry, where are we?
So
You're at the actual nice motel, just a few miles up the road instead of at an inn.
So are we still at the same motel we were at when we found the car in room 33 and all that?
Yes, yep, they decided to stay there, and they got free rooms for the night, and
Alright,
they've
so
convinced the guy not to talk about anything that happens.
So I left, and I saw Gimp dead. I brought Jared's character and...
Our stuff.
All of everybody's stuff, and Andrew's character as well.
I never do. Okay. Very good. 1 second, let me prop myself up so I don't look like... Alright, there we go. Alright. So, Charlie walks in again. Guys, got obviously drunk, just very kind of somewhat dazed in a way. Yeah, I brought the things. The van. I brought the van with your stuff. Also, the do you remember the small one with funny the limp and he drove the plane
Gimp.
and yes, Gim. Yeah, yeah, he's
I
dead.
don't remember him.
He's dead.
Oh.
I put him in my room. I think you should stay there. You know, we'll let them handle it. But Gimp's dead. I'm pretty sure it was his overdose. He never woke up from that crash on the cocaine thing. So I think he's not coming back. Gimp is dead.
That's the way he would have wanted to go.
I'm sure. Yes. Also, I found the booze. Look. He just like gets out a few bottles. Look at this. Look what I found. Who wants some?
Over here, please.
Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm fine, thanks.
Very well. So what did I miss?
Pointing.
Just having good old times, making merry, doing fun stuff. Ha ha ha!
Did you get that? Did you get that? The pretty boy to talk yet?
Yeah.
He talked.
What?
They made him spill like bitch.
Very nice.
Like,
What did you get out of him?
There's a group of guys who've been doing the kidnapping, and we found out which one of them is like the closest to giving up and probably running for it because he's tired of doing it.
Where can we find him? Do we know?
Good question. Where can we find that guy?
I don't remember exactly what you had got out of the person. As you guys continue to talk and whatever else, and you're inside the room and whatnot, you hear the sound of cowboy boots on concrete steps. You hear the jangle of keys.
Point and gun at the door.
Each steps.
I step
Alexander also goes to the very back of the room, draws the bow, gets ready. Then you hear a.
A guy, look through the eye slot. Who is it?
Who is it?
You see. I don't have a picture of him. Oh, sad day. You see a middle-aged man, dressed in green, typically like custodian colors. For whatnot, and he goes, "Yeah, name is hi, yes. I knocks on the door. My name is."
He's confused.
The name is going to, the name is my name is. Fuck! I can't get out of that fucking Russian. Suki is man. Suki.
Hey, he's got to throw a few
Mr.
suckers
Jacob
under there.
O'Connell. Mr. O'Connell, we have things to talk about. We have to do ourselves some paperwork. The name is Frederick. God damn it! Why Russian?
You cannot
No! You
escape
killed
the
Williams!
Russian.
You killed Williams!
From me.
Oh my god, Arsenal killed Williams.
A very southern gentleman speaks at the door, and I can't do south right now. I'm kind of pissed. My name is. See, there it goes again. It's going right there. It's just going to happen. Anyway, my name is Frederick Walker. I'm the handyman here, and I fixed the screen and whatnot downstairs. And he's getting really close to the door, and he's kind of like whispering in and looking over. He's just like, "New folks around here are always bad news." And this is all in a southern accent. I would love to talk, and we need to have ourselves a few words because I need to come inside. I can even put some coffee on. I brought a very nice coffee maker. I see a lot of things that go on here, and I want to be able to help you. So please put the guns down.
Right. I'm opening the door. No funny business. Keep your hands where I can see them.
If I do that, I'm going to drop the coffee machine.
Well, I can see your hands when you're holding the coffee machine.
Okay, open the door.
Open the door.
Come on, son. I gotta get inside here.
Open the door and I let him inside.
All right. Oh, it's good to see you.
Close the door.
All right, he gets in, shuts the door. Yeah, it's never a good thing, when you have new folks in town. It seems a lot of bad things can happen to them.
Yeah, man.
But
yeah.
That is most unfortunate, Joseph says as he ponders what he learns.
yeah, my name is like I said, my name is Franklin, Frederick Walker. I have I can help you with any questions that you might need.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Let me please plug the coffee machine in and start making coffee. We're gonna be up all night.
Let's get some.
And that's a really nice coffee machine. He gets all up in there and he plugs the damn thing and says, "Nah, I can't turn Williams off," but that's all right. At least I can have Williams and talk with this man. He plugs the coffee machine and stops and makes. You gentlemen, is there anything that you'd like to know about the motel itself?
Yes.
Why are you so eager to help us?
That's a good question.
Since everyone here is ready to fuck us up, maybe you are not deception.
Had a pause. Starting the recording again. Okay, so I'm wet and drenched from a whole bunch of rain, but we're good. You asked the question of the handyman, right?
Yeah, why are you helping us? Everyone else in this town doesn't seem to be very friendly at all.
Well, see, that's the case. Is that I understand exactly what you're saying. That there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the hotel, and it's not a very nice thing. And I've been here for so many years. I've seen a lot of things, but I keep my mouth shut because the last thing I want to do is have to deal with somebody coming after me or causing me issue or strife. So I want to help. I want to make things better. You guys seem like the type of people that actually want to make a difference, and I feel that I can give you enough information in your hands that you can start piecing together everything that you've learned so far.
What the hell is going on in this?
Okay, yeah. The first thing is the number of people in D'Angelo's group is in fact 3 people.
3 people. That's
Including him?
No, that would make it 4 then. The hotel itself, then he tells you something about the hotel. He says, Walker's knowledge of the physical environs of the motel. Environs. God damn, I wish I could read better. ENVIO or IRONS.
EONS. Eons.
Eons.
The eons of the motel is all encompassing. If he doesn't know about it, it isn't there. So I don't know what that means.
Yes, I do believe. Continue.
Well, I can tell you for sure that Adam Chen, or Sheen, that night manager, is a shady character. I know he's hiding something, and I know he is interrogating desk clerks, gives him a bad feeling. No, ingrating? The ingrating desk clerk gives him a bad feeling.
So, if they were going to kidnap people, where would they put the people that they kidnapped?
Oh, well, there's a farmhouse I think they like to take them to. At least I hear them talking about it.
Really now?
And where might that be?
Well, they've killed or driven off anybody else who can guide them in the final confrontation with this. So the number of men that were in this group probably took the lady you're looking for, and and I know who most of them are. While Walker didn't see the kidnapping, he's willing to bet that any wrongdoing on the premise involves Sheen, 3 friends from the rest stop across the street, as well as the sheriff, and that other fellow he can give a rough physical description of the 6th man, which is most likely the other guy.
Okay.
So I mean, that's some of the stuff I know. I mean, if you're trying to figure out, I mean, you can try and see what you can get out of the sheriff, or you can try to see what you can do over at the rest stop. I know those 2 guys they work there constantly.
So you're telling us we need to go to the West Stop and shoot 2 people in the legs and get them to tell us stuff.
I can do the shooty part.
Sounds like a plan. I mean, seriously, we're just after galloping this lady, getting the stone. I mean, you got a pretty fucked up town here, mate.
You don't have to tell me that. That is something that I have had to deal with for many years. I believe my wife might have died because of something that this town did to her.
Why do you stay?
There's a job to do, so it's just kind of how it goes.
It can't pay that well.
It pays me to have a place to live, pays for me to have a steady job, and I can fix things. That's what I do. I fix a lot of things.
I mean, just things or people?
Well, not so much people. I can read people like a son of a gun, and I can tell you that death clerk he's just a skeevy son of a bitch.
You fix up messes, so to speak.
Well, I fix stuff at the hotel, but I'm a maintenance man by my trade, so I can fix, like air conditioners, lights, and all of that type of stuff.
How about you come back with us back to where we live? I need a handyman for the pub I own.
Well, I think you have quite a lot of stuff to fix on first, and if everything still works out, I'd be more than happy to help you.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to get out of this town.
Yep.
This place.
Oh, the Russian guy still have my gun.
Yeah.
He managed to do something to my gun because I want my gun back.
Oh yeah, here. I'm not that good with firearms, but I can give it a try.
Yes,
if you want.
please.
Here, I let the handyman try. He might have a better chance.
Okay, I still have the clip with me.
All right. Frank looks at it. He's like, "Oh, you really did mess this thing up real well, didn't you, boys?"
Well, he fired an arrow against my gun.
That's some pretty good shooting.
Yes, it was.
Oh, he finds precisely what the problem is, and he field strips your gun in like 3 seconds.
Okay.
Takes it apart and removes the barrel. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to have to take it back to my shop, but I should be able to rebore this for you. It'll take me the night."
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
In the meantime, I guess you could go take a look over at the rest stop, because that's where I last saw those 2 most recent guys that did whatever it is that they just did. With that lady you're asking about.
Sounds good to me.
Yep, I'm in.
Oh, I have some equipment that I would love to loan out to you guys in the meantime while I'm working on this for you. Come on, why don't you come down to my my place?
All right.
Okay.
He takes you to his room is down at the far end of the motel. It's tucked away near the trees that hem the property and on all sides. There are no lights down at this end of the parking lot. Walker claims that this is because he needs new parts. He needs new parts to fix them up, but it's really because the lack of illumination allows him to him to better view of what the goings on down and near the front office at night, as well as across the street at the rest stop. As you guys get in there, let's see, what's the description of it? Yeah, you hear the television going and whatnot. You walk in, and it's kind of a, as you approach the door, he opens it, and he steps in. He's got, he has dark brown skin on his face, heavily creased with wrinkles. Say is his description. It's like, oh yeah. Here, what was your gentleman's names again?
I'm Aaron.
Oh,
Victor.
he seems to cough like an old man. Oh, excellent. Well, here, this is what I can loan you out. I have got, I keep this for security purposes only, so don't think of me as a different person. He hands you a,
Bazooka.
he hands you a pistol that's too lethal.
Small
Okay.
tactical nuke. Oh god, I have to write this down.
So hands you another small pistol. It's too lethal.
What,
And his,
is it 6-shot or what?
He also is like gives it to the dwarf. He gives him his one lethal 6-inch utility knife.
Thanks, man.
That pistol, how many shots is it?
Well, I don't know such fancy things. It's just a gun. I mean,
I will
can't be
open the
something
clip.
that special. It's just it's a 6-shot revolver.
Alright.
Okay. So I got no extra.
No,
I'm
actually, it's a light.
keeping
Sorry,
note.
it's a light. It's actually a light pistol. It's a light pistol. The clip is 17 + 1. You need to have a strength of 2 to use it.
Okay, great.
It's a Glock. It's a Glock 9mm.
Okay, great. I can use it.
Excuse me.
You said 2 lethal?
Yep. I'm gonna pause this again quick.
Alright.
All right. So yes. Yeah. So take those. You guys seem like trustworthy folks, and you know I think your best bet is you're gonna have to go check out the rest stop. The 2 gentlemen that you're looking for. It's gonna be a Mr. Cole and a Victor McGurder. McGurder is the name.
We are just going to call him Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
Mac.
We'll just call him ZMC because it's just as impronounceable.
Everyone says it differently.
In here.
All
we
right.
have Simis.
Zamisi.
Yeah,
Did you
but
guys want to
he-
head to the rest stop
Correct.
tonight, or did you actually want to leave that for another time? I leave that up to your guys' call. Because I'm going to show you, I'll screen share you the pitch real quick. Here is the rest stop, and there's this picture attached to it.
Nice.
So
Fuck.
McGurger.
So I leave it up to you boys. If you want to, we can continue it, or we can save the rest stop for another time.
Save it for another time because I've been trying. I want to have a quick character development scene with Mr. Williams.
In that case, I think we should call it for today.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, then we will call it for today then. Thank you all for those that are watching the video and have sat through this for almost 2 hours of actual recorded time. It's going to be about 2 hours here after I finish babbling, just so I can have that 2-hour mark. But to recap, it's basically the team will be making their way over to the rest stop to follow up with some leads, and hopefully it doesn't end up with them getting their selves shot to death. Who knows? We'll see what happens from there on out.
I'm allergic.
I want to thank you, Billy, Dylan,
allergic to
Alejandro,
bullets.
Justin, and Justin for playing. I hope you all had a good time.
Yeah.
I did.
Very fun. They also have an NPC with them by the name of Alex or Arsenal. And yeah, I think that is all we're going to need to have. We'll just do a quick little dance number so we can get to the 2-hour mark. A few seconds, just a few seconds. 43, come on now. We're going to have a good time. Part it down. 47 seconds. Let's go. All right, almost there. We're at the 59 mark. Keep up dancing. Keep the dance
Dance,
going.
you rich bastard.
Yeah, yeah. Dance, you bastards. Dance. Give it all you got. Give it